Poi aspetti un minuto. No, poi sì, 30 secondi. Tempo che si colleghi un po' di gente. Facci un cenno quando parti. Ok. Ancora non lo vedo io. Ti dà che è fuori? Sì. Good morning everyone, this is the RVR headquarters here in Italy, and in a few moments we will start our Facebook Live. Let's join us in less than 30 seconds. Wednesday, 15th of July 2020. Good morning everyone, for all those are watching us live from Facebook and YouTube, and for all the persons that are going to follow this live pre-recorded program. So today we are very happy to fly virtually on the other side of the world. In the last few weeks we were traveling virtually and talking with clients and distributors in the Americas. Today we are glad to fly east. We are going to fly to India, of course virtually. We are in the RVR headquarters, and we will join with us our distributor in India, and also my colleagues, Pier Luigi Mandrioli, International Sales Manager in RVR. So both, they are going to join this live program today with me, and we're going to talk about the Indian market. So I'm glad to introduce Pier Luigi and as well Mr. Surinder Gupta from RVR Broadcasting from New Delhi in India. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Surinder.
Hi, Pier. Hi, Matteo. How are you doing?
We are fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today, for taking time for us, and to talk about your company together with my colleague Pier Luigi. Pier Luigi is the sales manager in charge for this side of the world in RVR, so he will take care about the main question he's going to point with you. Surinder and RVR Broadcasting are working with us since 10 years ago. He's in charge for the India, sorry?
Yes.
Yes, okay. He's in charge for India from a long time. He's our distributor and as well is taking care of support. He's handling the market as well with turnkey project that we develop here in RVR, transmitters of any power, from small power to out plug-in, very complex solution that he developed with us for the Indian market. So thank you, Surinder, for being with us.
You're welcome, Matteo. Welcome here.
So for all the persons that are watching us today and they are not from India and they doesn't know your company, could you introduce your business and let us know, let the people know what is involved RVR Broadcasting in India?
Okay, wonderful. So let me talk a little about myself. I am engineering graduate from one of the premium institutes in India, which is called Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences, based in Pilani. I graduated in 1992 from this institute. I worked with Marconi Instruments for a couple of years, and then I worked with AKG Austria for a few years. In 1998, we formed this company, Heriven Broadcasting and Communication, with a view to introduce or to bring the latest technologies available around the world for our industry. So that was the aim, and we have introduced great products to this Indian broadcast industry that includes the processors from Orban, USA, that includes the channel combiners, which give 10 years warranty. We have DRM equipment, DRM transmitters that we have supplied to Indian broadcast industry. We have supplied the transmitter, which as efficient as 70% saving energy and producing less heats. We are supplying the transmitters, combiners, antennas, feeder cables. I mean, the whole transmission chain we have been supplying to this industry for past 22 years, which includes the private industry, the government industry, the educational industry. So these are the products and services that we have been doing into this India.
Perfect. Thank you for the introduction. How do you think about the actual, I change a little bit argument, which is the actual situation in India for COVID, and how this situation hit the radio services in India?
Yeah, unfortunately, this pandemic has affected the whole world. So India is not an exception. But the good decision that government of India has done is they have taken wise decisions on the right time to impose the lockdowns. And when they realized, okay, the situation is under control, they went into unlock situation. So with the wise decisions of government of India, we are fighting, or we are doing pretty well fighting this COVID situation. We talk of the world, the death rate per million in India is just 17 people, whereas the average worldwide is much, much higher. So number of infections in India per million is also much less as the global rate. This is all due to the best steps taken by government of India. They have given the authority to the regions or to the states to monitor the situation and deal with the situation accordingly. So we are doing pretty well, but of course it's a bad situation. So we are also facing this music.
Yes, it's true. We really understand your situation, since we have been the first country after China to be hit by the coronavirus. And
right.
Let me say, how much the radio business is important for the COVID. For instance, in a lot of countries worldwide, radio has been very important to support people during this lockdown, because lockdown is very heavy to sustain in the world, and radio has been an helpful, and also is a big step to give information to everyone.
Exactly, Pier. As you rightly said, radio has played a very vital role in providing the information to the mass population as how can they protect themselves from this COVID infection. The information provided by radio media reached the mass people, and they could educate themselves that they have to wear masks, they have to maintain social distance. So radio really played a vital role in providing this information to the population worldwide and the whole India as well.
So we were seeing, talking with clients in Latin America and North America and as well in Africa, that radio station now, they are crucial for developing like breaking news, and as well like providing very important information in terms of how to treat, how to get social distancing. So I do understand as well, like India is in the same situation. That's radio, it's like the most important media since it can reach like many people with
Exactly.
like simple receiver, and that's something very important. I do have a specific question. How many radio stations we do have actually in India between public and private?
We have more than 800 public radio stations, and we have around 200 private radio stations all over India.
And they are all committed in delivering news about COVID at this moment, or just thematic, like some are just thematic music channels not involved in this emergency?
News is with the national broadcaster, whereas little information can be shared by the private broadcasters as well. But as far as the news is concerned, that is entirely with the national broadcasters.
Okay, so national broadcasters are playing a crucial role in this area.
Exactly. They have the maximum coverage of the whole country by FM stations, by medium stations, by shortwave stations. So they pretty well cover the whole of India.
Perfect. We worked together for a long time. I think it's more than 10 years. Can you give an idea of what Ariban together with RVR did in the past in India for the Indian broadcasting industry?
Yeah, very good, Pier. This is a good question. Let me first tell you that what did poise us to work with RVR. See, as Matteo said, we have been working together for past 10 years. Exactly in 2009, we were really looking for a new technology, a new product which has more the redundancy, which has more salient features. So I met you somewhere probably in NAB and had a look at your transmitter. I moved around the transmitter, looked at the architect of the transmitter, and I was really impressed with the design that you have. You have redundant IPS, you have redundant power modules, you have redundant fans. So everything is so redundant, and all the power modules are stacked vertically, and every module has a fan tray below it. So the cool air comes from the bottom and flushes out, so that keeps the LD MOS or the MOSFETs very cool. So this really attracted us to join hands with RVR. And with this unique technology, with this used redundancy and the special features, we have done pretty well with RVR in India. We started working with RVR in 2010, and I think we supplied a lot of 3 stations, 5 kilowatt in 2011, followed by 13 stations of 1 kilowatt in 2012. All these transmitters were tested on DRM plus capability also. In 2013, we supplied 18 stations of 10 kilowatt FM transmitters to Indian broadcast industry. And in 2014, we supplied 27 stations with 6 kilowatt FM transmitters, along with all the accessories, which included RVR make dummy loads, RVR make changeover switches, and the plumbing items like flanges, elbows, rigid lines. And in 2018, we again supplied 11 numbers of 1 kilowatt FM transmitters. So we have done pretty well with RVR in India in past 10 years.
So Surinder, I have a question. Before my question, we are seeing like people connecting with us on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm going to recap. We are talking with Surinder Gupta, the CEO of Ariban Broadcasting in New Delhi. He's our distributor for India, and today we are discovering what kind of situation India is facing now and how much radio is important during this emergency. And as well, we are talking about past project with RVR and Ariban Broadcasting. You were talking about mostly installation of hot plug-in transmitters. So I assume, like in India, you have kind of weather conditions that could be very like strong. So compact transmitter are normally not suggested, and for this reason, you are proposing and delivering hot plug-in solution from us. So
because the hot pluggable thing, it makes the life easier. For example, let's say a broadcaster has a couple of stations, so it is easy for him to procure certain spare parts and keep at one central location. So let's say at one site something goes wrong, so even if there is not a real engineer there, some layman can just take that particular module and just plug into the transmitter and that site, and the transmitter can come on full power. So that is the idea of really suggesting broadcasters here go for hot pluggable technology here.
So this means you have just, like your client has just one unique warehouse with standard pieces available for all the units they have, so the replacement and all the maintenance is very simple, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
it's true. And how do you see the future for the radio in India? Which will be the next step in India for radio?
I'm sure the radio is going to play a vital role as it has been doing in the past. So there will be commercial radio stations coming up, as well as national radio stations for the replacement, for the new schemes. So I'm 100% sure there will be many more opportunities in the future for the broadcast transmitters as well.
What about TV? Is already done the digitalization of India?
In TV, we have done digitalization of 23 stations. For this, we have been using this DVB-T2 standard since 2012. So we are expecting few more stations to come up shortly for the TV as well.
Okay. So for TV, DVB-T2 is already on, but radio is still not sure between DRM Plus and maybe HD.
That's right. The main issue is the receivers. Here we are just thinking of the receivers. I mean, the availability of receivers is the key issue here to, go for HD or DRM Plus. That's the issue at the right moment.
The main issue is the receiver. For instance, a receiver for DRM Plus and under work, not still on the market with a low price. HD receivers, they start to be in the top car, but still not worldwide, mainly for US market. So
right.
So for all viewers that are connecting to Facebook and YouTube in this moment, we remember, like if you are in office or you cannot listen this audio, you can activate the subtitle and you can follow this live program as well, like reading the subtitle. For all that doesn't know who's Ariban Broadcasting is our master dealer for India. He's working with us since 10 years ago and is delivering turnkey project with us, mostly in hot plug-in solution, like the hot pluggable high redundancy solution, as well high power, like from 4 kilowatt up to 60 kilowatt, and is also providing spare parts and local support. Surinder, for a client that needs to buy something today, could you provide as well like a local training? You can invite him to Italy, like to follow all the steps of our production and see, like touching by hand, our business.
Yes, sure. Why not? Yes, we can do that. Yeah. In fact, we have brought certain engineers from India in all these years, and they were really impressed with the infrastructure, with the team, with the factories, the setup RVR has, and especially the spare parts. They were impressed with the racks and racks stacked of spare parts, which had the exciters, which had the power modules and everything. They were really impressed, and we hope that we'll be doing business together and we'll be bringing more people for the testing, for the inspection purpose. to have a look around the factories and get more confidence on RVR. That is a 40 years old company with the same management, with the same ownership, and of course with the upgradation in the technology.
That's, yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much. Yes.
Yes, it's
Yes.
very important. The last thing Mr. Surinder told that the support given by Hariban in these 10 years has been very important. So our customers in India are very happy. We try to support him and of course his customer as better as we can.
So in terms of future projects, Hariban is developing projects for this year, next year. How's the market in terms of replacing units or upcoming projects? Like the market is basically stop at the moment due to the coronavirus, or there are still projects under development?
No, Matteo, there are still projects which we are working on. We are working on a project which has 4 stations, 10 kilowatt, 1+1 configuration. And another project that we are going to work shortly is 20 kilowatt liquid cooled transmitter. And another project that comes into our mind is a containerized version of 5 kilowatt transmitter that will have antenna, tower, everything in it. And as you know, the transmitters that we supplied in 2012, 13 are pretty old. So definitely the customers will be needing the spare parts. So we are working with RVR, with the customers, to make sure that we have the right set of spare parts for the transmitters which are quite old.
So market is like still running and all companies are still working, of course, like remotely or with several restrictions, but broadcasting never stops. So it's important, like for a company like us, having someone like you in India, on the other side of the world, in the East, giving like local support and supporting all clients that needs to broadcast 300 like all year long. So that's crucial for our brand and as well for our clients, having someone like you with your engineers, like supporting them and giving them the security in having local support and as well spare parts, everything they need to ensure their broadcast continuity.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
So how many people are actually working between like resident and as well freelance in your company?
We are 8 people which are on the payroll of our company, which are working dedicatedly for the broadcast industry, and there are different people working on the telecom. But for the broadcast industry, when we get project, let's say turnkey project, which includes installation, testing, commissioning, so we get people for getting these jobs. So we have those people in our mind, they are in touch with us and we keep using them time to time depending on the projects.
So you have a specialized engineer, you contract time to time specifically for each kind of project. So clients can be like safe in giving you the key of the transmission site and giving you the opportunity to develop a turnkey solution, right?
Exactly, that is true, that is true, that is true.
Perfect. So I think that the presentation is mostly done. So I want to thank you for introducing like your company to our viewers in Facebook and YouTube. You know, we have a lot of viewers, especially from many sides of the world, not just from India. So it was important to give them an idea on the Indian market and as well on the service you are providing for India, just to let people know what's happening in different countries. So that's the aim. We're going to run this Facebook Live, just to interview our partners all around the world and discovering how they are working in radio, in broadcast, and how's the market in different sides of the world, just to give to everyone an idea on how the market is moving. So I want to thank Pier Luigi for joining me in this conversation, and as well Surinder Gupta from Hariban Broadcasting. So thank you both. Absolutely.
Thank you, Matteo. Thank you, Surinder.
Thank you
all for
Pier.
being with us today.
So it was a pleasure, for real, for all the viewers that are following us here from the RVR headquarters in Italy, and as well connected with us with Surinder from New Delhi. So thank you everyone. I do remember this video, it can be replayed on the Facebook page of us, on the RVR Facebook page, and as well on YouTube, as well with subtitle. So for those are just watching from the office. Thank you again. Next week we are going to fly on the other side of the world again. We are going to move probably to South America. Again, discovering another partner and talking about FM radio. Thank you so much. Stay in touch. Bye.
Thank you, Matteo. Thank you,
Thank you.
Pier. Thank
Bye.
you very much. Namaskar.